Evening. Excuse the glare on the camera, I don't know why there's so much glare. It's Sunday evening. Been busy today doing the garden, the fields and leaves and guttering and yeah, doing my wife's garden mainly today, making that pretty. But when I was finished I thought I'll come down and got this pressure relief valve to go onto my compressor which failed. We got the compressor running before, thought it was mint, put it in the shed, let it run up to pressure and this pressure relief valve must have been stuck. I got one off eBay, just a Chinese one, £10 one, the only one I could find that would match, and basically that screws down onto a pipe that comes out of the tank there, that thread, and the one that's come is identical apart from that, so I've drilled that out, but I haven't got a drill bit the right size. This is like an M16 for 1.5. That seems to go into that thread fine. So I need to pop to my mates tomorrow and quickly drill this. It's only aluminium, you know. It'll drill out pretty easy. I was going to try and swap them, but I can't because that doesn't fit there. And that's a valve in itself. And that one I don't want to use off this one on there anyway, because this is where it was making a load of noise, so I think that's what's failed, and something else failed anyway, but it's leaking loads of air out of this, so I just need to drill and tap that. But I haven't got a drill for my M16. I've got drills up to 13 now. I've got boxes of drills. I just can't find the right size drill bit for that, so I'll pop round the post tomorrow, see if I can get that drilled out, tap it, put it back together, and then put it on my compressor and see how we go. If not, I'll have to get an original part. I'll try and get an original part. One thing I have noticed though, since I put these shelves up, a bit darker of an evening on this bench, so got the forward light on today. Don't know why it's glaring on camera, the lights. There's my flask, Colesberg for the wife. I'm off up there now. Couple of cans of lager. Yeah, I'm off to see the wife. That's my day done then. Yeah. Right. I've been on YouTube today and had a look, and I've liked and loved all the comments to yesterday's video. When I watched it last night with the wife, sat there, a couple of cans for the wife, mug of tea for me. Watching it back, I got upset, I cried, you know, just watching it back. I don't watch them back before I post them, you know, I just put them together, make sure they're in a line and just stick them up, post them. I don't watch them because I always knew I was going to sit and watch them with the wife on a Saturday, you know, which I'm still going to do. So I'm off up there now, but yeah, thanks for all the comments and thanks for bearing with me, man, you know. It's a strange time, it's a difficult time for me, you know, but I appreciate all the comments, man. People are happy to see that I'm posting. I don't get paid for YouTube, do you know what I mean? I do YouTube for the motors, do you know what I mean? Do YouTube for the motors. I don't get paid. I still haven't, I've got to try and fix it so I get some cash out of YouTube, you know. It's not a lot anyway, is it? Not like I got 100,000 followers, you know. But there is some monetary thing on there that I've never been able to quite fix and sort out, you know. So I'll try and sort that out. Do you know what I mean? So, but like I said, I don't do it to get paid. I don't do it to become a big famous YouTuber. I do it because people like what I'm doing, what the motors on work. Like this is a fucking compressor, and people are interested in me fixing my compressor. Another story for these, I'll tell you later. But yeah, I'm waffling a bit now, but yeah, I done the video yesterday for me, my wife, my friends, and for anybody that gives a shit about what I'm up to, you know. So, and I see that there's a fair few of you, and all I can say is thank you, massive thank you. And if you don't follow my channel already, please press follow, because I've noticed that a lot of the views are from people who don't even follow me, you know. So please just subscribe and follow my YouTube channel if you're interested. Do you know what I mean? If not, don't bother. It's all good. Like I said, don't get paid. So yeah, I'm going to leave it there for today. And I'll try and put some videos together this week. Hopefully, following this, you'll have some videos for this week. So tomorrow, I'll be working on that. I spoke to my son about that today. He likes it, and he's had a look at a load of Mark 3 Fiestas online, and he's got a plan what he wants to do. Might upset some people, but it is what it is, you know. We make it how we want it. See you later. Morning. Back in the workshop. Can't remember where I left you last time, but in regards to this, took that off the new pressure relief valve. I was going to see if I could incorporate that one onto there, but I can't. So I haven't got a drill the right size for this. There's a M16 fits in there, 1.5. So I'm going to pop to my mate Billy's in a bit and see if he's got the right drill bit for that. The reason that can't go on there is this valve here won't go on there. And I don't want to use this one because I think that's the piece that failed. So I'll get that done in a bit so I can get my compressor working. Fingers crossed, you know. And then I'll show you what I'm doing this morning. Thankfully these Fiestas are quite small, so just move that one back. Going to drop the wheel off and going to drop this arm down. Yeah, I'll drop the wheel off both sides because it's staying on the ramp for now. So let's get this stripped. I was not sure where I got to showing you already before this video, but getting this bottom arm on, I've got the front cross member one in for now. No rose joint spaces in there, but that to go up here to the ball joint pin. These are far too long and too thick. Not by much, only by like half a mil. But if I try opening up that hub anymore, it's gonna snap that hub pinch bolt area. So we need to just run these down on the lathe. Where's the bar? So there's the bar that I cut off. So I can show you much here. Need to take the ramp up a bit more really. That's how it came. Was it up? Yeah, upwards. So that's how it came. It would have just hit the alternator and been miles up out the way, like nowhere near it. So we need to order more bar because my theory, what he got it wrong, isn't. It doesn't need much turning. We just need to bend the bar to go up to that there and put a new rose joint on it. But we're gonna, I think I might remake this. I'll see how well I can get this steel off here. I've looked into options of what steel's available. This is like 25.4 mil, 2 mil wool. I'm gonna use the same again. It's gonna use the same again, but one new bar from there all the way over to there. Because that's supposed to go onto, I'll put that on there. Hold on. That's supposed to go onto there, look. And it just, it's miles out, look. Absolutely miles out. Can't even reuse this really, can't reuse it, so yeah. So I'm going to put that side on, so it's on the car. Got to bolt this up so it's on the car, just without that front cross member bar at the moment, until the bar arrives, so then at least it's rolling back on all four wheels. But I need to turn these down, yeah, because they're like a 3/4 mil oversize, and I don't want to crack that. I'm taking into consideration wear as well on these, but these aren't very old, so I need to get that the same size as that, basically. Yeah, and there doesn't look much in it, but there's enough to crack a hub. So I don't want to crack the hub. I don't need to take it off all the way down because the rose joint spacer goes on there. I need to take it down about that far. I think it was 27 mil. So it's just 27 mil. Let's take half a mil off. Once I can get that in there, I think the thread's far too long as well. So we'll take the thread off as well. Let's get this in here first. Back in a minute. Oh, there you go, look. That's into the hub, and you can see there what I've had to take off. It's just under 1 mil, basically. I've took that off because obviously these were too big. I should have videoed it on the lathe really, but I was excited because it's the first time I've used a lathe since my mate Skiddy sorted it. I'll tell you what, the speed in that 3-phase motor, absolutely brilliant. But again, I think these are too long. So let's have a look. 1 sec. Guys, I did put it all back together, but the bolt that goes through into this pin that comes through and the nut that sticks out the bottom was pretty much touching the disc. It wasn't stopping the disc from turning. But I couldn't get a 10-thou feeler gauge through it, you know, I couldn't get a feeler gauge. So if you look at the shoulders on here, these pits go into the rose joint. These shoulders sit up against the nuts and the hub. So I've had to take those shoulders off on the lathe. So I've been down to the lathe, took the shoulders off. But if you look, taking the shoulder off doesn't change the thickness wall of the end of this spacer, this rose joint spacer. If you start going down this taper, this will get thinner. So I've only taken the shoulder off the top and the bottom of those to try and get some space, because the only other way of getting space is to put a spacer here and then start machining out, basically milling off some of this to bring this caliper forward. So if you put a 3 mil spacer on here, you have to take 3 mil off here, and I don't want to do that because I start milling caliper brackets and stuff. He's just had these made by Rayland, so, and he's running a spacer on the outside of the disc. I don't want to run one on the inside. So let's see if this gives us some clearance. Also had to put a angle grinder to the bolt, if I can find the bolt. Oh, that is the one. So see, it's a lot shorter. So I had to cut the thread off because the thread was far too long. So let's get this back on and see how we're doing. Right, it didn't work. You can see very well in there. One sec. It's too close, man. Look at that. That nut with these shims for this rose joint are just too close, man. It's I can't get a feeler gauge in there, you know. It doesn't seem to be marking the disc, but I can't get a feeler gauge in. So literally there's a couple of ways. Even that thread's still very close, look. So we could take more of that thread off, but the nut is going to be touching. So what we need to do, space this disc out, and we space the disc out, we run a spacer on the back, but we're going to have to mill down this caliper bracket to basically, if we take 3 mil out, we need to take 3 mil off here, the face of this, to bring that way. Do you understand? It'll make this caliper travel over here with the spacer, which is a shame because all this is brand new. You know, all this is brand new, and whoever made these is supposed to be plug and play. So whoever made these, I'll be honest, they're idiots. Do you know what I mean? Because nothing fits, man. So I'm gonna have a chat with Jason, see if he wants me to continue, because these are brand new off Rayland. These are brand new APs supplied by Rayland. I'm not going to damage anything, you know. It just means running a spacer at the back of the caliper, the back of the disc, as well as the front that he's running. A 3 mil spacer. Yeah, I'm going to speak to Jason. It's all fixable, you know. Like I said, that bar is fixable. This is fixable. Like I said, I took the seats off those rose joint shims, and it hasn't done the trick, man. I thought he'd give me a couple of mil clearance, and it hasn't. The nuts travelled up more. But yeah, Let me see how much space I need. I'll try a spacer on there. Cheers. Before I forget to show you, my lathe actually working. I haven't got any spacers, so I wanted some 5mm spacers, so I'm making some brake discs. So thankfully I found some discs small enough to fit on my lathe bed. So you've got a nice inch and a half clearance. Not sure what they're off, man, they're tiny little things, but yeah, so I'm making some 5mm spacers. Turn them down, and we just use the centre of a disc. So yeah, my new 3-phasing operation, but then we're going to use the mill later. So I'll show you the mill head working. There we go, look. Milling head set up. So the drive chain spins this bad boy instead, look. 3-phase kick in, 1 sec. There you go, my milling head, and I've just milled that caliper bracket. Basically down from 27mm to 22mm, so I took 5mm off, compensate for the spacer. So we're going to try this back on the motor. I haven't even told Jason I'm doing this. I had a chat to him last night about alternative bottom arms and stuff, and spoke to him this morning, and he's like, oh yeah, but this, but that, but the other. So yeah, let's get this on. See how we get on. Well, just had a fag break, cigar and a cup of tea. There you go. Wheels on, brakes are on, and I can now get a feeler gauge through there. It's fucking close, like I tell you, it's close. Let's have a look. It's close, but it's no longer marking or rubbing on this. But obviously, it's that close. I can get like a 1/2mm feeler gauge in there, but I don't like how close it is. So what I'll do, I'll lineage the rest of this thread off. There's like, so I don't know, there's probably, I'll probably have 1 or 2 sticking out. And then I'll take the shoulder off this nut on this side, just so this disc has got room to expand with heat, do you know what I mean? It's a brand new disc, so it's not gonna, if we change the disc in the future, so it's got no wear on it. So what I'm saying, it's got no wear, so I know that's going to be the clearance. So literally I'll just take the shoulder, this bit on this edge off, and I'll take that off just to make sure we can have a couple of mil clearance then. But that's with the 5mm spacer on the back of the disc here. So we've moved the brake and the wheel out 5mm. Yeah, so all I've got to do on this side now is replace this bar from here to this thread here with the rose joints on the end. So I have a rose joint there and a bar that goes up to there, and then we've got to see if that side fits, because obviously I'm going to space the brake out on that side the same. Yeah, and I'll mill that bracket down. So bracket sat in there nicely. Only 5mm. It's still got a lot of meat on the bracket there, look. So I wouldn't want to take any more than 5mm off, you know. It's a chunky bracket, but I wouldn't want to take more than 5mm off. Yeah, just trying to get that in there. Look at that for clearance. That's tight as fucking it. But it turns, and it's not marking the disc So, like I said, we've got like half a mil gap there at the minute. I'll make it a mil or two. He'll have to do. Because Jason, as much as I've tried to talk him into putting these in the bin, or flogging them, or selling them on, he wants someone. He wants someone here, so... Yeah, he wants someone. Just thinking. Camber's not been adjusted yet, and that's all the way in, thankfully. One sec. Well, I left this sitting here running up to temperature, and she's cooking a bit, so I don't know whether she's got a stuck thermostat or egg gasket. We'll find out when it's cooled down enough to set that off. But running up to temperature because I'm putting up on the racking today, having a move around. You see the saloon cars out, classic touring car, classic saloon, whatever it is. Classic touring cars, yeah, it's not saloon, classic touring cars. That's out off the ramp, and that's not finished. I've got to finish that bar on the driver's side. I ain't touched the passenger side, but I'm having to move around. But I left this here ticking over, man. Look at that. Cooking that is, isn't it? Yeah. It's a bit of a while before I can go near that header tank cap, you know. But I want to up on the racking, so I'll show you how I'm moving around. It's a ball ache. It's not easy. But Mark II squeezed over here between the two posts and the door. I had to move loads of shit around. Gotta have a good tidy up, you know. Gotta have a good tidy up. So I moved shit out of the way. So we've got all this area. And then I think I'm gonna have to move those wheels and tyres as well. But 4 posts, we've got to get Lucifer off the 4 posts. My son's helping me today. He's got a day off work. Basically, there's the wheels up. So a pin goes through there. And then when I lower the 4 posts, that wheel will hit the floor, then continue lowering it, and those 2 forks there will go under those pins, look, and lift all four legs off the floor. Are they all on, son? No. One left. I'll show you when it's oh shit, we should have got Lucifer 2 off first. Ah, I'm a dick, son. Should have got Lucifer 2 off first, son. Sorry. You gotta take them off. Yeah, let's start again. Sorry. There you go, so Lucifer 2's off now. Now we put the wheels on. And we drop it and we move it. Might have to move those wheels because it's a bit tight. You know, it's a bit tight. So those wheels might be in the way. Yeah. You see how hard work this is. So if anybody thought they could break in here and move the 4 posts and nick the cars off the racking, it's never going to happen. For 2 reasons. 1, because it's such a massive job to move shit around. And 2, the wheels for the 4 posts are never left in the garage. Do you know what I mean? They're kept elsewhere. So, unless you brought your own wheels, do you know what I mean? Yeah. So, I'll have a sweep up as well. Whilst I've got shit out of the way. So I'll have a sweep up. But I need to have a tidy up. I need to clear this centre bay out. Yeah. There's my new compressor that I brought for the shed, and that'll be staying in here now. There's something I want to put in here, you see. So I've got no room. So I'm running out of room. So I need to have a reorganise. I could do with another unit, to be honest with you. You know, when you never have enough space. So we'll see. I'll let you know how I get on. But I'll drop this in a sec. 1 sec. Right, watch this. This is where the magic happens. There you go. Look at that. All 4 posts off the floor. Look at that, look. And now we'll unplug it and push it across the workshop. Shall we get on? Well, quick introduction to Halo. Say hello, Halo. This is dickhead number 3, isn't ya? So, and dickhead number 2 is up there under the caravan. Asbo, hey, dickhead, hey, drag him out, son. He's coming out. Yeah, Asbo, yeah. He's under that caravan. He thinks he's seen a monster. Look at him wagging his tail. 100% dickhead. And that there is dickhead number 4. He's been demoted from 3 to 4. Look at this now. Oi, dickhead, come here. Aswell, come say hello. There we go, look. Number 3, number 2. And she's a wind-up merchant. Halo. Halo, you wind up. Yeah, not bad. So that's Halo anyway. There's a story behind Halo, how she came to come to live with us. I'll tell you that in a bit. But I'll show you in the workshop because I had a visitor. I was going to show you more about loading the car onto the racking, but I had a visitor whilst I was doing it and I got sidetracked and forgot to carry on filming. Do you know what I mean? But it's up there. One sec. So there you go. Fiesta's up there, Fiesesque and blue. So back up on the racking and then 4 posts back over there, Mark II, Escort Maxi. Don't forget we got my Pikey van with Subaru running gear and Pinky is under there. And up here at the minute is the race car because we've done the driver's side that I showed you. So it's onto the passenger side now. We'll get that done because there's another motor coming here tomorrow. Like I said, the work I'm doing at the minute is menial work, you know, like nuts and bolts and stuff you can't fuck up, like, you know. In regards to engines, I hope to start back on engines in the next week or 2. But at the moment, I'm doing menial work, you know, welding, fabricating, making shit fit that don't fit. That's what I'm up to at the minute. So we'll get this done. And there's another motor coming tomorrow. But my 4x4, you know, my red 4x4, that's leaving here this week. And it's going to my friends to be welded and resprayed and look brand new. So P16 VRS is going away for a resto because I'm never going to get around to everything. My estate I'm getting rid of. The GTI we're going to scrap when we're taking everything off it that we can. I just ain't going to get around to everything because realistically my track car and the wife's car for restoration, then basically I want to get that van done. I got RS2000 up there. Now my son's got a project, so I need to be realistic what I can and can't do. So I've done a deal with a pal. He's going to take on the 4x4, make that look brand new, and that's something I ain't got to do. The estate, I had ideas to turn it into a 3-door. It ain't going to happen any day soon, is it? Because all this is going to happen before the estate, you know. I've got too many cars, so I'm going to thin the herd a bit, you know, thin the herd a bit. And just concentrate on getting my race car done so I can go racing with my pals. Right, I'll leave you there for a bit. I'm not sure how this week's video is going to turn out, you know. I've got a few more days to go, so let's see what else happens. Cheers. Afternoon, it's another day today. Gone over to the passenger side, and I'll be honest with you, I'm glad I did before I started fabricating all this because it just does not fit. These are not for a Fiesta, man. Right, that goes up into there, and again, miles off, look, just doesn't fit. And then also, when you try and put the TCA into there, this does not go into there. Basically, there's not enough camber on this bottom ball joint basically. So these are not for a Fiesta. They can't be for a Mark II Fiesta, man. I don't know what they're for, but they are not for a Mark II Fiesta. Can't show you both hands. Actually, let me try something. 1 second. This is my 4th time trying this new view for you. And I'll tell you what, if this doesn't work on the camera this time, I'm binning them. I'll show you what it is after, but I'm binning them. I'm hoping this is recording this time. Right. What I wanted to show you, which I couldn't show you before, 2 hands. If you want to put that into there, that will not go into there. They both won't fit. And the reason being, there's not enough camber on this bottom arm. The reason the driver's side fits and the passenger side doesn't is because the front bush is about 6 inches further forward, so it gives you that little bit of play, whereas this one is 6 inches further backwards, the gearbox side. They just do not fit. If you look at a standard arm, you've got like a 5 degree, then a 15 degree kick, so it's like a 20 degree camber on your bottom arm. And then this bottom arm, if you look all in, has got like a 5 degree kick, that's it. So, these are not for a Mark II Fiesta. No way are these for a Mark II Fiesta. Not in a million years. So we're going to take them off and I'm going to have to put all the standard stuff back on. So that's 2 days work. Wasted. Pissed about with. Absolutely fuming. 2 days work. Yeah. I'll have a scratch in my head and think what I can do. Because I could make these out of alloy. These bushes, and I could make this out of alloy, so I could make an alloy bush for there, an alloy bush for the front, so give these less play, if that's what he's worried about. But he wants adjustable caster camber, and you can buy these that are adjustable, and these off another company, which I've told him to do. Before I got to this side, I told him to do that when I was on that side. So yeah, back to standard. And we'll scratch heads again. But that's a couple of days wasted, you know. So, yeah. I've still got to mill this bracket to bring this brake out 5mm. That'd be fine, just give them 5mm extra on the front. On a front wheel drive car, which is it's never going to hurt because you want the front wheels to be wider than the back anyway, which I should be already, so another 5mm each side won't hurt. So I'll leave you there. Cheers. Oh, the reason people are gay thumb ring, it's not back because I keep doing thumb up on this one. It's this one, look. I'm having to do this hand in a minute because I've lost a couple of stone over the last few months. So this ring falling off, these are all falling off again. I've only just had these made bigger, look. Do you know what I mean? So because my hands have got bigger, just for age. I think people understand why I've lost a couple of stone. I am eating, do you know what I mean? I'm eating again properly. But I've lost 2 stone. So, right, leave it there. Cheers. Yeah, we've had a bit of success filming with both hands in view now. Basically, my friend Kian told me to buy these. They've got a camera in there. So I've got to get used to where the camera's pointing, because it seems to point a bit high. You know what I mean? Maybe my ears are a bit low or something, I don't know. Well, that's when I can show you things with 2 hands. So I've just checked and it's recorded. So, nice one. There you go, nice one. Oh, got some snap-on socks. Freebie. Snap-on man's found where we live. Basically, my torque bar, my snap-on torque bar, I've got a digital torque wrench, and I've given it to him for repair because it just won't. It just keeps losing power. There's an issue with the battery end here somewhere. But he's taught me into buying these buggers, which are nice, man. And I didn't realise these new torque wrenches do degrees as well. So you don't have to piss about with the old degree dial and a piece of metal like to hold it still. So, yeah, a couple of new snap-on wrenches, 3/8 and a 1/2 inch. So, he said he'd give me 100 quid for my old one. Well, I've had a look on eBay and there's one on there for 450, so I'm not sure I'm going to let him have it for 100 quid. Yeah, I nearly did him a deal on this toolbox for another one. This is for Pinky, Jamie's fuel system. I'm waiting for some fuel lines to come off Jamie at Barry. He's doing me nothing. He's hard work, man. That's another toolbox. I'm thinking of getting a new livery because I don't like the new school Fiesta stuff. So there's companies out there that do magnets, pictures you can put on. So I think I'll order some new pictures to go onto that. Of my own car, probably. Lucifer 2 or the Cozzy. Might even get that picture done there with me and the wife on that drawer. We'll see. Any ideas, let me know. But yeah. Let me know what you think of these. I'll persevere with them when I need 2 hands. Do you know what I mean? But I'm going to have a tea break now before I speak to Jason. So, see how we get on. Cheers. Look at that. Another motor to road today. Bit of a flat battery on it was. So this is come to me for a little bit of recommissioning. But I've got a surprise for you all with this. Like me and Jason are doing something with this and it involves all of you lot watching. So I'll do a walk around video of it in a bit and show you what engine's in it, and you'll know why I've got it then. Because when you see the engine that's in there, you'll realise why it's come to be and what we're doing with it. So have a listen to her when she comes off. Give her a black when she comes off, driving it off. Hold it there, Jake. Give the throttle a black. Sounds nice, that, doesn't it? X5's back on the floor because I've got a geezer in the boot. Look at that, geezer in the boot. Geezer in the boot. My mate Mick, he's come and we've just had it outside in the caravan, so we know it's all working. So now he's soldering it all up. The trailer, basically the tow bar wiring, which was above me, he's sorted and done it all. So yeah, so the tow bar is all wired up now. I'll be able to use this for towing. And it shall be towing that first, is the plan, the track car, because Mick's next job after this is changing the pin out on my ECU plug in there from Omex to Emerald, because I've had enough of my Omex, man. I haven't even used it, it's brand new and it don't fucking work. Dale at, what's the name of Dale's place? Can't remember. The Rolling Road place, where we mate Kian had his maps. Took my ECU in, it's brand new ECU, it's already been back to Omex once to be modified for the Race Tech Dash. It don't work, so Dale's got to post it back off to Omex for me and see if we can get it working. But I've had enough of the thing because I've never even used it, so I'm having an Emerald in there because they're the same pinouts, and I've got an Emerald with a perfect map on to start this engine. So I should be able to run this engine pretty much off key with a perfect map on the Emerald K6 that I've got. Shouldn't be much difference in getting that race tech dash working, should there? Because it shouldn't work off the issue. It don't really work off the issue, does he? I don't know what, it had something to do with the issue, didn't he?
Yeah, use the external sensors,
Yeah, there you go. So, he's the man in the know. I ain't got a clue. I hate wiring. I mean, I've got soldering iron. I think I've used it twice in 10 years. Hate the thing. So, when this is done, get this out, pull that yellow one over here, lower that down so Mick can climb in the driver's door. I have to put a torch in there. I've got a nice head torch for you, so you can see what you're doing. Yeah, he's got a torch in there. What's that torch? Is that the car light? Oh, it's your phone. I've got an head torch over there. Wicked, isn't it? I'll grab the head torch for you in a bit. All right, cheers. There we go. More moving around in the shop because Mick's working in here now. I've been kind enough to put a blanket in there for him. Nice tonight. So he's comfortable. Seat steering wheel out. Mick's on my bench. I'll show you what he's doing. Basically, oh, that's scary, isn't it? Right, see that pin? That plug is the same as my MX plug that's in that car, but this loom here is an emerald loom. So Mick is repinning my MX plug to an emerald plug. Ain't ya?
Trying.
Try it. He will. He's clever because he's done the X5 tow bar, so I can tow now with the X5 comfortably if I got to go a long way because the TD5 is a bit of a. It's all right, but it's manual, isn't it? You know, it's manual.
Yeah.
It's a manual car, and towing with it tows lovely, but they're not the easiest. Do you know what I mean? Like you have to drive them.
It's not a luxury car.
No, that's it. Yeah, I can tow in luxury now, can't I? So Fee's X5, aka Dave, aka Davif, the only guy in the village, is now capable of towing as well. So I've remapped it, put a tow bar on it, and I'll be legal in it. So sound. I'll let you know how I get some with this. Cheers.